Yeah, what we are going to see is that we are going to see Excel, PowerPivot and tabular model. So normally let's see, I open one Excel file, and if I want to see some data in the Excel file, if I want to get some data in the Excel file, then what we are going to do? You can get the data to the Excel file from SQL Server databases. So when I click data, I'll get the connections from other sources. I'll go to the SQL Server. Okay, I'll give the server name, whatever the server name may be. It is I'll just give dot. It's in the local. Click next, and here I'll be getting the tables. See here what happened. I'll be getting whatever the tables I have. I'll be getting it's in the master. So I can just go to the AdventureWorks, or I can go to the test database. Let's go to AdventureWorks. When I select it, and here at the below you can see all the tables that you have in the AdventureWorks. So, and one more thing, you can select table one by one. I got the table and done. Okay, and you can see when I click next, this is a where I select a table, or I can select a view and then click next. Automatically I will be getting one window. So always use this. Okay, I'll just do finish. Automatically I create a table, and automatically the table will be created here. So it's kind of okay. This is a table that I got created here, and you can see all the data in the table. So whatever the records you have in that, you get from that view. Okay, that all records you can see it here. So that view may return 291 records, so you can see 291 records. Now if I want to get multiple tables, then what? I'll go to the insert, go to the data. See, when I go and when I try to insert again one more table, so I am unable to do, because here you can do only one table in the Excel, normal Excel. If you want to do relationship, and if you want to load multiple tables and that all things, you can't do it here. Okay, in the Excel. So what we got, one more advanced feature in the Excel. That feature is nothing but the PowerPivot. I just closed without saving, and I am opening another one. Here you can see what is the thing you need to see here is that there is an add-on tool, PowerPivot for Excel 2010. You will be getting that by default if you have Excel 2010. Okay, and you will be getting you can go to the Microsoft or search in Google for downloading the PowerPivot for Excel, and you can find that. And once you download, then you can see one menu here called PowerPivot. So now when I click PowerPivot, then I got the PowerPivot window. So now I will click the PowerPivot window. That's it. Now when I click the PowerPivot window, it takes some time to process. Okay, I think I've added some tables, so by default the tables are there. I'll just or else we can open one more Excel. Don't save. I'll create one more Excel, new Excel worksheet. I'll name it as PowerPivot. I got it. Click on the PowerPivot. Go to the PowerPivot window. When I go here, now I'll be getting a fresh. There is nothing here. So now, if I want to pull the data from the AdventureWorks, see in the Excel, what you did, you can go to it, you can connect to a database, but you can pull only one query, only one, either table or the view. That's it. You can't create multiple tables. You can't drag and drop additional tables. That all, it's a limitations. But here I'll click from the databases from SQL. See, when I click it here, you can see from analysis services or PowerPivot, from SQL Server for access. I want the SQL Server, so just I'll select the SQL Server. I'll give dot, and here what I want, I'll select the AdventureWorks database. Dot is the local, right? When I click next, now you can see I'll select the list of tables or choose data to the input. I'll select just the list of tables, or write a query. Instead of the tables, you can also write a query by joining with other tables. Okay, now I want just the tables. Go click here. Now I'll get a list of tables, and here you can see I can see here I can, whatever the tables I got here, right, I can select multiple tables. See, I got an option to select multiple tables, but whereas in the previous one you didn't have any options. In the Excel you don't have any options, right? In the Power Pivot, so there is a concept of Power Pivot. It's a power pivot. Okay, so here you can see whatever tables you want, you can select it. Now I want to select some table. I want to select some purchase order or purchase order detail, and I want to select all the related tables that are joined with the purchase order. And when I click this, I'll just select it, and when I click the select related tables, see, automatically it will select with, see, it got selected with purchase order header, and it got selected with, see, product, and somewhere you can see some other stuff here. Okay, only 3 tables got selected. 3 tables are related with the purchase order, so it selected only 3 tables. One is a product, and the other is a purchase order detail, and there is a purchase order header. There is the 3 tables it got selected. And see, I got, and previously in the Excel you selected the table, but when you select the table you got all the columns, but here you can filter the columns. Since I selected 3 tables, okay, now when I see the preview and filter, see, I'll be getting the data here. Okay, based on that, whatever the columns I want, I can unselect it. Okay, I'm clicking cancel. No, so whatever the columns I want, I can unselect it. This is a purchase order detail. If I click on the purchase order detail, when I preview and filter, you can see the table name at the top. See, purchase order header. See, purchase order header, and you will get whatever the columns you want, you can select, and you can ignore the rest of other columns. Same with the purchase order header, anything you want, you can even filter the columns here. Okay, now when I click finish, automatically whatever the data I have on the database, all the records will be imported to this Power Pivot. See, whatever the data I have there, that all the data will be imported here. When I see, product table has 504 records, purchase order detail has 8845 records, and purchase order header has 4012 records. When I click close, now you can see different sheets at the bottom. One sheet will have the data for the product, another sheet will have the data for the purchase order detail, and another sheet will have the data for the purchase order header. So we got it. And see, now here at the bottom corner at the right side, okay, right side bottom corner, you can see there are 2 options. See, this left side one is where it shows the sheets. There is one more called relationship here. You can see some connectivity diagram. When I click this, all the tables, product, purchase order header, and purchase order detail, all tables will be shown here in the relation format. Okay, see, whatever tables you got, you can see all the tables here in the form of relationship. Okay, you can see in the form of relationship. You can see in the form of relationship. Now what I will do, so we got it. Now when I click on the pivot table for this, I'll just click new worksheet. Okay, so it will be shown in the new work. See, I got the product, I got the purchase order detail, purchase order header. So if I want to see anything, just drag and drop. Class, I want to see at the color level, just select the color. So you will be having different color. So for each color, what is the total unit price at the color level? See, this is a black color sold for this much, blue color, and there are some records which are no color. So you can see some products which has no color that are sold for this. There are some products which are black that are sold for this. At the total price sold for that black color is this much. Okay, along with that, I don't want the product along with the color. I also want the product description or something. Let's see whatever we have here. I can see weight. When I click this, now for each color, for each weight, see, it is doing some. So instead of doing some, what I will do, I can just drag the weight, okay, and drop it here under the color. So now you got color and a weight for that. Okay, see, black doesn't have any weight, blue also, gray also doesn't have, silver, black has a weight, and silver has a weight. Okay, so you will be getting that way. This is the way how you are going to do. So now what I will do, so this is the I have opened in the new worksheet. So it is shown in the new worksheet. Now I will go back to the Power Pivot. Okay, so in this one you can see many things. If I want to add anything, if I want to add some additional features, so what I will do, just select the table, right click on the table, See, you have seen in the previously in the cube, SSAS cube, what we did, we have created relationship, we added some new columns, right? So the same thing, when I click the create relationship, now it will show the table name or other. If you want to do with the other table name, you can do create a relationship here. See, I'll just give. So these are two tables that I have. So you can also create a relationship here. I'm cancelling this. Now one more thing, you can also create an hierarchy for each. What is a hierarchy? The first thing, first and the foremost thing, hierarchy is nothing but it is a level by level. So you will have the country, under the country you will have states, states will have cities, cities will have counties, something like that. Okay, or so states will have counties, counties will have cities. Okay, so here, so this combination of this is called nothing but the hierarchy. So you will have the country. So you can get, so why we use what is the use of the hierarchy means, if you want to get the total amount for each country level, so you can get, when you, so and you can also get total quantity for each country level and the state level, then you can get, if you want the total quantity for country, state and county, then you can get. So this all comes under the, basically you will be getting the hierarchy, the product hierarchy, like product, subproduct, sub to subproduct. Let's say cars, okay, cars and bicycles or cars or aeroplanes is a product, main product. Cars will have sedan or whatever coupe, they are different types, okay, or else cars will have multiple manufacturers. So under cars you will have multiple manufacturers. Under manufacturers you can see each type they manufacture, okay, and under the types you can see the type will have again submodels. So that all are under hierarchies, like for the products, and you can have hierarchies at the for the year, for the date dimensions, like year is high level, below 2 year you will be having the semester, that is a 2 semester, below the semester you will be having quarter, below the quarter you will be having month, okay, that are hierarchies. Let's say I'll go with some other table. So this is a product or detail, right? I'll go here from SQL Server. See, in the previous Excel you can import only once, here you can't import multiple times, right? Okay, so what I'll do, I'll go to the database here from SQL Server, but here you can import multiple times. In the previously when we did for the Excel, right, you can't import multiple times, but here you can import multiple times. I'll go here, I'll just again I'll select database because I want to get the date dimension. Click next. I want to see whether do we have or not. Mostly I think we will not have that. Yeah, because it's OLTP, so we will not have them. Click yes. Okay, I want to cancel it. That's it. So now what I will be doing? Yeah, let's say I want to create an hierarchy. Like I want to create class. Under the class I want to create different styles. Click on this. So this is a nothing but, you can see when I click this window, this is a hierarchy one. I can do it in two ways. Right click here and do the create hierarchy, or else I can directly click on this, automatically hierarchy will be created here. See how easy it is hierarchy. Just drag the class and place below the hierarchy. Okay, then drag the cell and place below the hierarchy. Oh, 1 minute. Class, yeah, and next style. Yeah, so under hierarchy I can name the hierarchy here. So go, I think, yeah, rename. I'll name it as class style, just for remembrance. Okay, now I name the hierarchy. So now if I go here product and yeah, okay, so now I am saving it. Since I am saving, now you can see here, because I changed some data in the PowerPivot, I am going here, I changed some data in the I created a hierarchy with the class style under the product dimension, right? So it is nothing but it captures a dimension. So it is that under product table I have created hierarchy. So automatically you can see in the PowerPivot, which you had created, here you can see here at the right side, PowerPivot data was modified, refresh. So when I click refresh, so where do we create the hierarchy? We have created the hierarchy for the product table. Now see it in the PowerPivot. In the product table, we don't have any hierarchy with that child. So when I refresh it, now automatically you can see that hierarchy. You should see that hierarchy here. Yeah, you can see the class style. See, under the class style you will be getting that. So what I'll do, I'll just see, in order to remove this label, just select the label and drop it in the view. Automatically it will be removed. Okay, so now I'll just drag the class style hierarchy. See, now when I drop the class style, automatically you can see this one. See, HLM. When I click H, see, I don't have any color. L, I don't have any color. M, I don't have any color. So that's why it's not showing. See, for this one I got different styles. Okay, I don't have any for the class H. I don't have any style. For L, I don't have any style. For M, because I have created unrelated one, so that's why it's showing. Okay, or else we can do one way. Just go to the PowerPivot or this one. So in the class, expand the class style. I'll remove this one, remove from hierarchy. Okay, so now what I'll do, instead of that I'll drag and drop some color. Or else I'll drop the color at the top level, and that's so. Since I have modified this, when I click save, automatically my PowerPivot will open. You see, this one will open and it will show that. See, do you want to, data is modified, so do you want to modify? Yes, refresh. So now I can see the hierarchy. See, class type is changed to color and class, right? Now you can see color. When I click the color, you can see different classes for that color. See, L and M. When I click this blue, there is no type for that, so I didn't get anything. For the multi, I don't have anything. For yellow, you can see when you expand this, you can see the, actually it's not, but I don't have any facts and dimensions, that's why I am unable to do that. Okay, so this is a way how you can also create the hierarchies for the PowerPivot. Now what I will do, I can save it anyway. I can just click save, it will be saved, close it. So the backend, what is happening? It's storing, it's saving that one. Okay, it's saving, and whatever data is there, it's saving. See, everything got closed now. Now again what I'll do, I'll open this PowerPivot. See, automatically I got that one. Okay, when I click this, I'll be having. So now I'll click on the PowerPivot here, click on the PowerPivot window. Then we imported some data like previously. You can see that all data here. When I see it here, I can see that one. Yeah, it takes some time. See, I can see the relationship, I can see the hierarchy. So this is the PowerPivot normal at the high level I'm saying. So if you want to do anything on the PowerPivot like creating charts and that all stuff, click on the power table. When you click, you will get this kind of stuff, and after that you will get all the relationship or hierarchy whatever you have, and then based on the, you can create your own formulas. Then you can go to the insert, and you can also enter charts. When you can click on any of the chart, and then you can insert that values. So because you add the color and this one, right? So you are getting exactly for the same thing. Okay, you can play around with that. You can also choose the style, which style you want. Instead of selecting all the style, you can select only few styles. I'll select black. Done. You will get data for only black. Okay, so like that you can play around with them. So this is a sum price, so it's doing sum, or if you want you can do anything. And here one more thing I thought of saying in the PowerPivot is that you can even do the sum. Okay, when I go to this view, when I go to here, see, if I want the sum of this one, okay, if I want the sum of this one, I'll just keep my column here, and after that here I can write some functions. I can write sum of water, and this is the DAX command. Don't worry, just I'll write sum bracket open, and I'll give this subtotal. See, actually subtotal is there, but system will confuse which subtotal is there. Yeah, I think it did that, but normally here what you need to do, subtotal is from the purchase order header. So I can do it here. Just I'll delete it here. Now I'll type the purchase order header. So now you can see purchase order header table dot subtotal. So I'll be selecting the purchase order and data and subtotal. When I do this, automatically I'll get that formula and close it. Done. So automatically a measure will be created there. It's nothing but we have seen the measures in dimensions in the SSIS, right? So it's nothing. You can see the measure here. Now there are many things you need to worry. Okay, not only this, you can go and you can play around with this. Once you play, then you can see you will be learning a lot of stuff here. Okay, and yeah, that's the thing. And one more thing you need to worry is that, okay, this is the PowerPivot you are created and everything is done as per the now. Okay, you did the PowerPivot, and if you want to show this PowerPivot to other user, or if someone wants to use the same thing, whatever you have developed, if someone wants to use the same PowerPivot, then what you will be doing? You either you will keep your PowerPivot, you will upload your PowerPivot to SharePoint, and from there, SharePoint nothing but this common place shared location, right? From that location, many people will be accessing that. But in the PowerPivot, and so I'll explain some of the disadvantages for this. Like if it's of 100 GB, if you upload this to SharePoint 100 GB, then what happens? It takes a lot of time, and because of that, the SharePoint sites will get down. Sometime it may get down, or the performance may be very low. That's the one thing. And one more thing, let's say in the PowerPivot there are some million of records that should be displayed here, but you know, right, Excel it has some limitations. It can't display as after some million. I don't know exact count, but after some count it can't display the records. It will say out of memory error or maximum limit size reached. In that scenario, what you are going to do? Whatever you did here, okay, you can do by using one more call, tabular model. There is a new model in SQL Server 2012. It is nothing but the tabular model. So whatever you did in the pivot, okay, whatever we did up to now, the same thing you can do in the tabular model, but there, instead of storing somewhere, you just load into the server. Whatever the data you have, you load the data into the server. That's it. Whoever wants, they will directly use the data. Instead of creating multiple copies, just you create one copy in the server. And because the server, right, you can store even 1 TB of data. It depends on your necessity. Because of that, you see in the PowerPivot you need to keep somewhere in the shared location. And okay, and if someone wants to update, or let's say that there will be many users, and if one is using, others can't. Shared folder means that it will be logged, right? Other people cannot be used. The only thing you need to do is that you need to make multiple copies. If you make multiple copies, then if you want to update, you need to update in multiple copies when you have the power. But in the tabular model, just you create one centralized place where you will have the data. Whoever wants the data, they will just access the data from there. That's it. Okay. So how to create a tabular model in SQL Server. So we are going to continue that from the other video. I'll stop this.